So I made this book, but I'm not all that happy with it really. I'm that happy with anything I make. You know, you're just constantly making things and trying to make them better or different. Anyway, this book, in a combination of all sorts of short writing I've done, lists. I started making lists of things that had inspired me, things that interested me. Just go back to that. So, books, events, and then I started playing around with song lyrics, making up lyrics, making up motivational texts. Now combine all of these along with samples and cut-ups of Victorian texts, out of copyright texts. For example here, Richard Hawkins called them thick and very tough. March 31st at 7, go back to the seas. To the seas, I had no lands plan, no lands plan. We would crustaceans and mollusks, for when I leave this weather we'll end up narrows of the strait. They're often used as my friend, as my friend. Yes, sir, into banality. And so on. End up with poems. And then some of these, this idea of sketches, developing music history. A quote from Alan Watts there, you play music, you don't work music. Then some lists of authors that have inspired me. A variety, 20th century and into the 21st. Drawing of a beaked head. And what else? Here, more cut-up texts. An occasion between the Donatists and the Catholics, them, the city of God, sits the proconsul of Africa, and a be no mere rehabilitation of the and faculty of exposition. So a lot of stuff in the intonation, in the sound. These texts are really nice to read, actually. They become quite interesting. And 3 whiffs he presents it to the snow to make their way their heads. And what else have we got? So here I had this, this is inspired by these little sort of stories that Harmony Korine, Mark Gonzalez used to do in their zines. Here we've got James Dean, Bob Marley, Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain form a band called Natty Piss Rebel. James Dean raps and Bob Marley plays Japanoise from his laptop. Jimmy and Kurt are both on guitar. Next to some more text here. Mark, as the elementary organisation, for to be moved by the problems or otherwise, the pasture ground remains. These 2 classes of lands do from scanty sources. And let's just flick through. So we've also got lists of self-help books. I started reading lots of self-help and business books. I thought they were fascinating. They say a lot about our culture and how people think and changing thoughts over the 20th century about entrepreneur realism. And then things like this, just advice for artists. I like those. They're really interesting. People have thought, you know, what would I like to know during my career, early in my career. Let's find some more graphics. A few graphics in here. They're kind of zine style graphics. What else have we got? What else? Yeah, there's some skateboard stuff. I've been learning to skateboard as a middle-aged man and thinking about it. I had to skateboard back as a child in the 70s. And, you know, I never got that far with it, so I kind of revisited this idea of momentum, that you have to sort of keep going. It's when you stop, when you hesitate, that's when things don't go so well, when you just kind of lose momentum. So all of this, it's all about momentum, really. All art is momentum, just keeping going with these ideas. And here, look, we've got some more lyrics and notes. So, awash with waves of pulsating psychedelic guitar. In the desert of refrain grows a mountain of champagne. We're unconscious every night, not forgetting the magic of the smoke. Not forgetting the magic of the smoke. Okay, so that's it. In Loving Memory of the Self, my first novel. I'm Solente. Thank you for listening.